yeah, this is in Steamtown USA. Trying to be a little bit quiet here, just let people feel.
Coming into view for many of you closest to the engine, and soon for all train cars following behind. On the north side, you're going to see perhaps one of the most distinct buildings here in the city of Scranton. It is currently the Radisson Hotel, but it served as the former passenger station for the DL&W. Again, on the north side, coming into view, you'll see a building that was dedicated in 1908. It really was regarded as one of the most beautiful passenger stations in the entire country.
Speed, as they said, the old station over there. See that they have a soccer pitch. It would be cool to capture any sort of train that would go underneath of us. Or heck, even above us. I don't even know if there is going to be anything above us, but up. How we are right next to an active train, I think. It's just really cool to see. Just hurting right now, so yeah. I'm just hoping that my knees won't be too affected when I get to Knobles later. But yeah, I might do a video about Chernobyl maybe later on in the year. I'm not too sure, but yeah. Oh wait, we're actually in front of two. Hear the horn.
That unusual whistle signal that you've heard coming from our train's engine is Morse code for the letter Q. So long, long, short, long is a way for the train to communicate with the pedestrians and vehicles when coming into intersections and crosswalks, that the train has the right of way when moving through these spaces. Don't be discouraged if you can't see it very well. On the south side, just beyond these parking lot stalls, down a very shallow slope, is a body of water known as the Brook or Naog in the Algonquin language spoken by the original inhabitants of this area. It was quite common, especially in the east, for railroads to build their tracks, their rail lines, along the banks of rivers and streams. Because these bodies of water carve through the landscape, providing the paths of least resistance, it just made financial sense for railroads to build lines along such bodies of water. As soon as I got out of the big boy 4014's interior cab, I decided to just like, you know what, since it is so little time, I didn't know when it was exactly going to leave, but yeah, I knew it had to be quick. Luckily it was. Man, you can just see how crazy it is. Like that bridge is over there. Ooh, a lot of smoke coming from the locomotive. Although I don't really know where we're going to be switching.
know that we'll probably have to back up at some WYE out of Y. That's how most trains usually switch. They don't have like a roundhouse. I'm not too sure where we're going to be going, but ooh, see, really far down in there. That nice smoky smell. You can see the smoke a little bit on the camera, but it looks way more, looks way smokier in person. Ooh, that's an old signal gantry? Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty cool. Like exactly off. Although can't help but wonder what's down there. I might just have to, I'd have to find a way to get down in there and see if there is anything abandoned, but that's gonna be for way later, since I mainly am trying to just focus on local stuff, and I'll only capture some of the stuff that I come across. Might even do a video from doing Howard's tunnel and how to climb it properly. How to get on top of it properly without risk of falling. Only used to like smoke or like cigarette smoke. This is like a different kind of smoke. Much more, has a lot more of a tastier scent, basically. But yeah. I hope we see another train along here, but yeah, it looks like hear it banging. Oh my god. That looks insane. But dude, there's a tunnel. Yo, that is awesome. You can actually see it right there. Go and get a quick photo of that.
Gorge in a moment. The switcher engine that's pulling our train cars will actually shove the train cars in reverse as we make our way westward back to the main complex. If you would like to switch positions of your train car seat, feel free to do so. Otherwise, again, remain seated as we make our way back to the core complex. Anthracite coal played an incredibly important role in the development of railroads here in the region.
Actually, I know.
Anthracite coal is something like 80 to 90% carbon, so it burns a little bit more efficiently, a little bit cleaner, and admittedly it burns and produces a little bit less soot. So the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western utilize this and put this to use for their marketing and advertising campaigns. The Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western created a fictitious woman named Phoebe Snow who was dressed in white. The idea being that Phoebe could board any of the trains for any passenger service in the region, and her dress would be no dirtier at her arrival location than when she boarded. Now, compared to bituminous coal, which is about 50% carbon, getting a lot of soot, and it's mainly used by other railroads, especially in the Midwest and western parts of our country. Many people settled this area, which was originally known as Slocum Hollow before it became known as Scranton. Often being employed by the mines, railroads, and there was a fairly robust textile industry. The first wave of immigrants from Europe mainly came from Italy and Ireland, but certainly other locations, Germans.
Just I wanted to get like another thing for my video.
Settling in these parts of the country to seek a fortune or to improve their lives and their families.
No, stay in the car that you came in.
Yeah, stay in there. Good. Also got this ticket right here. Yeah, that's yeah, you kind of have to force the start. Yeah, this is just so cool. Uh-oh. Why is there a police car over there? Up. Oh. Really? Taking photos? That's kind of weird. Okay. So what happened here then? Up. I like how there's just a random tennis field out here along the railroad. Up. Also, sorry for the black screen. I have to put down my phone. So, yeah. That comes up. And yes, you know why. Yeah, so we are stopped at the moment. We can just see just how old this locomotive is here. Those like original lights. They look heavily burned or dusted inside. Hate those, but wait, what? There was a fire on the track? Well, that was unexpected. So just a little fire on there. But yeah. Man. Yeah. So yeah, I guess they're, guess a piece of coal must have fell out or something to that effect, because how else would it be set on fire unless it was a brace, but I don't know.
Retoots, we're moving back.
Okay. Ooh. But yeah, after this I'll do some.
Daddy, I got a good idea.
there's a plane over there actually. Yeah, it's like kind of just heading into the clouds right now. Trying to see if there's like any train.
That's how it's weird. So usually the trains are
Up there's the police car. Oh, the signal pole. It still has this lenses thing, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, this is so cool seeing the triple rail over here.
As we continue rolling westbound back to the main complex, don't be discouraged if this is not seen right away, but turning your attention to the north side, you're going to see in part why the town is named Scranton. We have the Scranton family mansion, constructed in 1871 in a very small grassy hill on the campus of the University of Scranton. It cost about $150,000 to be built. We figure that's about $4.7 million by today's estimates.
Just estimate.
When the Scrantons moved to this area, again, originally known as Slope, they were seeking their fortune, trying to improve their conditions. They actually built an iron furnace creating products, but they had a difficult time shipping those products to market. So eventually they built a railroad that would eventually become the very railroad that this national park in part represents, the DL&W. Complex in which the roundhouse was situated here at the National Park Service site was a place to maintain, service, and fix locomotives that came into these spaces. There then was approximately 700 locomotives in the fleet that the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western possessed. About 500 of them were stationed or up right here in Scranton. As the technology changed, so did the design and the size of these locomotives. Coming into view on the south side, again, don't be discouraged if you don't see it right away, is a building constructed in 1909 called the Erecting Shop. It is a very large, spacious building. It is not multi-floored like it appears to be. That building was capable of servicing 40 engines at one time. In fact, during the height of the operations of the DL&W, there were cranes inside the building that were powerful enough to lift engines up off the track and relocate them to other parts of the building as needed. On the north side, away from the erecting shop, we're going to see the old passenger platform for the DL&W. It is literally raised above the freight line that we are currently riding along. It was meant to keep people safe, but also unobstruct the freight service that ran through the city.
So we got some old buildings. Well, remnants of one, and then there's that one there. Right in front of us.
grab all your belongings. Folks, if you are in the back train car, the one furthest away from the train's engine, you'll be exiting the train by walking forward. For those closest to the train engine, those train cars walk towards the back to exit. Otherwise, look for a train engineer, excuse me, a train crew member to help you find the exit. We are grateful and thankful that you are here today at our small little national park service site. We hope you are enjoying the experience of the big boy's arrival and its presence here at this site.
Yeah, you can see just how old.
Before exiting the train, we are going to wait in our seats. We are going to hear a single whistle coming from our train engine, indicating that we come to a complete stop and that the brakes are engaged.
There's not a sign there for it, but if you know, you know. Because we don't let people go that far back. Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed that there's like some really old looking locomotives over here.
Yeah, there's a flanger there. That's from the Rutland. Very old caboose, wooden power.
Yeah. And then there's the the main center.
Jubilee, the 2929.
Yeah.
It's the only one left of those.
What a fantastic
Yeah. Just I'm kind of filming as I'm going around on this, so yeah. So this is called the Jubilee.
Where did the Marvin and Bailey cars go? I remember seeing
Those were part of the Lackawanna Passenger Car Association.
Yeah.
We did have them for some time, but I think it went up to Fort Jervis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because we were on the walking trail one time, and we went down past Elm Street, and they were sitting down there.
Yep.
Then I saw them up here for a while.
Yeah, they actually use them as like a dining car, like a restaurant car.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, 2929 is actually streamlined, or semi-streamlined. Notice how old she looks. I mean, she makes you go faster.
Right, absolutely.
Alright, the signal that I was listening for. Folks, use a little bit of caution as you exit the train today. Thanks for being here.
Also, what is in those like plastic
Those are primered Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western.
Huh.
So they need to be finished.
Yeah, so like they just need to be painted up and finished, basically. Yeah.
Correct. Yep. Down and all the way up.
Yeah, there's a lot of people over here. Sure. And yeah, so I'm heading out. I'm gonna film the big boys. Kind of insane to think that years ago they were all the way over in California, Nevada, pretty much on the western side of the U.S. Oh, western plan.
I'm excited for when they do a ranch trip. But they go further along.
But yeah, I'll get back with my mom and dad, who's also here, but yeah, nothing from one of those garbage family channels.
You want to use that one there?
Yeah, this one's yours, all right. Nice. Squeeze in there, let's get to the restaurant.
Yep. No problem.
I'll have to shut the door. I think this one's okay. Yeah. I'll let you out, Nora.
All right.
So you can open the door.
Okay. That door is surprisingly heavy.
Yeah, that's all right. No, you can. I got it.
Okay. Just that it doesn't look like it wants to stay. Yeah. But yeah, these are, I would imagine these are like older cars, but not like as old as those ones back there, though.
Just as old.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like 1930s, maybe?
This car's
Or-
a little older than that, but like 1920s. But just step up for
1920s,
me,
okay.
So
Yeah, I see people are moving, so yeah. Okay.
I got it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Well, these seats here are pretty cool. I did not know that you could actually reverse the direction of the seats, so maybe that's how they did it. So yeah, that's probably how they did the tables back in the day. But, you know, Amtrak usually has like diner cars now, so those things are pretty much gone. Okay, good. I still have the ticket in my pocket, so. So I guess we can get that over here.
I don't know, okay? Could you hold this one? I only heard, I thought you get the cheap. What was the shop?
Wasn't looking on their website about it.
I mean, I didn't think it was on the website.
And yeah, you can already see one of the big boys right over there, just peeking out. Yeah, I think they said that they were more towards the back, so I'm gonna head over here then. Oh, yep, I see him. Yeah, about 33 minutes here. Yeah, I'm gonna get one quick shot over there since I'm filming a video, but yeah.
Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Maybe. Right now I'm just not really needing to do that at the moment. I think once we get to Green Ovals I might, but yeah. Got some cool trains over there.
There's some porta potties right there if you need to go.
Yeah, we got that over there.
You gonna go potty?
But yeah, there's 4014. And once we get over to the other side, you can see where they have 4012. So yeah, these things would have been all over the west coast, basically. There's a lot of people over here trying to get you guys a better view from above. Yeah, I think it's like a big old loop, basically. But yeah, there's the other one, 4012. I know. And yep, There's both of them. All in one frame. Both of them in one frame. That is gonna be rare to see. Like, I don't think there's ever gonna be something like that again. Unless they somehow get back over here. But yeah, make sure to take a lot of photos, but yeah. I think it is now time to go. So I'll be seeing you next time, and